Hey everybody, I know I did a landmark video some time ago, right when the alpha first hit. Since then, we've been kind of dabbling in it back and forth, and what I was intending to do was this kind of a video to accompany an article I was going to write for my site. However, I don't know if I'm going to write that article at the moment because I've kind of been lost for words, but I did want to take the opportunity to show you guys what we've been working on. What's really neat, we've been spending a lot of time on this. They finally allowed me to take 4 claims in a square like this. Now, prior to when I was building this before, I only had the L shape going. So once I was able to get the 4th claim, you can kind of see what from the aerial here, what we've been building. And it's really kind of neat. It's been taking a lot of time. I mean, each one of these sections of stone wall right here, I'll give you a close-up in a second, is about 250,000 stone that we need to go out and harvest and farm and get. And that's what's been slowing us down a little bit. I took some screenshots before of my house in the back and published them to Facebook and up to Twitter, and you know the folks over there at SOE were all like, "Oh, that's neat," and they retweeted it, and I thought, "Wow, that's kind of cool." Well, wait till they see what I'm working on now. Now, I'm not alone in this. I have my friend Ian. He's helping me out a lot. We've come up with a lot of the design so far for this, and this is our castle wall. This is the design we've come up with, and yes, I know, I'm only partially full of myself, the little U thing on the front. I thought it was kind of funny. But let me give you a quick exterior tour of this, because unfortunately I can't fly to give you kind of an overview, but you can kind of see what's going on here. I only have these 2 sections set up because what we've been doing is, well, the first step we did was we built this wall up to here, not including the tower. And then, you know, so from the tower down here up to that side, and then masterfully copied and pasted it around to try and copy it on the other side. That wasn't without its fair share of problems, by the way. And one thing that's really neat, and I need to mention so you guys understand just how cool this is, there's currently no tool in-game that allows you to make cylinders of any kind. So we've managed to create a cylindrical tower, which by all accounts is not exactly possible in the easiest form in the game, but we've managed to do it, and it looks pretty damn good. It's kind of been annoying in a sense where we've had a little bit of a difficulty figuring out what to do with the top here, and more on that later. But what I wanted to show you was just how big this actually is. This encompasses, so far, 4 full claims. So, kind of what's happening here, and we're going to have a serious problem when it comes time to saving this between the beta phases. I have a feeling that we're going to lose chunks. So, I'm going to have to come up with a really creative way for multiple accounts to save parts of this, simply because you actually have a limit on how much you can save in your, where I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere in here. In your ability to save things. Yeah, here we go. Tower part, wall segment. You can kind of see how many voxels each of these takes, and this is just a tiny segment of the wall, but this is how much I've got now. I might be able to fit the whole thing in there. But what I wanted to show you guys, because unfortunately screenshots just do not do this justice. I mean, we got freaking iron gates in here, and it looks amazing, and I've tried a bunch of times to get screenshots, and I just can't get it. I mean, the attention to detail that we've put into this, for the record, we have spent a ton of time putting this together. I mean, just the way the walls work and the little overhangs on all of this, you know, and just like I said, the attention to detail, we've been having a real good time with it. We're still trying to fine-tune how we want to handle the interior of these towers. So far, stairs work, they get you around, but we kind of goofed up in how we implemented it because we needed some kind of an entry into the tower from the inside. So you can kind of see what's going on here. I mean, this is going to be a complete corner. It's going to look a lot better. Oop, that was not the button I wanted. You can kind of see some of the casualties of copy and paste. I need to repair the land, but actually I need to remove the land here. But you can kind of see how this whole thing goes together. So your corners actually corner out, and then your wall, or I'm sorry, the tower, if I can actually get up there. Come on, grappling hook. There we go. I want to Batman this. And then your tower, the way that I had to do it, we needed to get doors to the flattest sides. Otherwise it didn't really work or didn't look right. So once we got those in there, overall, it worked out pretty good. And as you can see, I mean, we're still working out some of the details of how to work the interior here. It's a little bit of a challenge because making things circular is not easy, if not impossible in some cases in this game. And then, of course, the wall goes this way. Got a tree growing up over here. So this is very, 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 very much a work in progress. And you can see, I mean, the walls are all hollow on the inside. We haven't totally decided. We thought about putting stuff in the walls, but for right now, we're just going to leave them hollow. This used to be our old crafting facility. I had screenshots of this. I don't know if any of you guys had seen it. We used to have all the crafting stations. Now they're all stacked in the corner because the wall, when I pasted it in, came in and crushed it. Other things we've got, well, I could show you this while I'm here. I started to come up with a design for a tunnel. And what this tunnel does, I mean, it looks really cool. It's nice and cut out, and it's all stone and pretty on the inside and kind of decorative the way that it's, you know, smoothed out there. That took a little bit of figuring. But this actually runs all the way to the other end where that pretty looking house is. And I'll show you that house real quick. If I can waddle myself out of the basement here. This was our very first foray into crafting in Landmark. Now, this took me a good amount of time to figure out and get done, and it is also very much a work in progress. They just added glass to the game in the most recent patch, so I only have glass on these windows, but you can kind of get a sense of what was going on. I mean, before I did not have glass, so yeah, there's that. Before I just had bars on the windows, you know, so it was like a little prison, but you know, it worked out. This was what I was thinking for like a personal residence. Unfortunately, now we're going to have to either take it down or move it to somebody else's claim, because once I start putting the walls all the way around the rest of this place, it's going to cut right through the back of the damn house. But a couple of things that are really interesting about this place, and again, it's still kind of a work in progress. You can kind of see how it was built. It's not 100%. I need to still patch up and finish up some things in the back here. But look at the way that the tower is integrated. This was our first attempt at making a cylindrical tower. And what was so cool about it, one, it was kind of stressful because we weren't entirely sure how to put it together. I had fancy stairs and all that leading up to a house before, and then somehow I ended up with the idea of attaching a tower to it. I was originally going to make the house like an L shape, like old school Ultima Online style L shape house. Kind of like a porch thing in between, you know, the L shape here, kind of like where this is. But instead, I created the porch, some flower boxes, which I still need to put the other one up there and finish the flower bed up at the top. But then this tower. I don't know what possessed us to do it, but we created this thing. I threw a flag on it, and it just immediately grew on me like, this is the coolest thing ever. This is the neatest design that I could come up with. And it's really rather nice. I mean, I've seen a lot of cool stuff wandering around in Landmark, but I've been very impressed with what we've put together here. And again, as you can see, it's still very much a work in progress as I was trying to polish it up and put the beams across, and I kind of ran out of wood. So, it happens. Supplies, that's pretty much what this game is at the moment, is spending a lot of time gathering a lot of supplies. I'm fortunate enough to have a decent group of, well, Ian, going around and gathering. Okay, there we go. I don't even know. Yeah, oh dang it. That bug is still there. Hold on a second. Alright. There we go. Sometimes if you close the container... Okay, well, somebody's been putting some stone in here. We're going to need a ton more to duplicate the walls. But you can kind of see what we were doing with the tower here. Now, the floor isn't complete. I just put some bars to close it off so nobody came in here. But this is... Maybe I might do a video to show how I made these towers. But this, boom, drops you into here, and this is the tunnel I was talking about. Clearly, it is not finished. Still a work in progress, of course. I use that a lot. I've been saying that a lot, because that's what everything here is. The problem that we have is kind of the way this whole thing is designed. We're going to be able to save individual claims, but once this thing switches to open beta and all this gets wiped, I'm a little concerned about how we're going to put this all back together. By the way, this is in no way a final idea. This house, as much as I love it, could come down. If nothing else, we'll move it over to Ian's plots, which are up here to the north. Or, yeah, to the north. He's got the nice little blockage there. But once I start putting those walls down, that's just going to cause all kinds of problems. So it's been a while since I've said anything or done anything landmark related. It's kind of an odd game. Like, I'll stream it every now and again. The problem is there's just not much entertaining to stream. I mean, I can show you my building process in a stream, and I think I might still have some archive videos somewhere of while we were building these walls and these railings and all this fancy stuff. The problem is it's just a game that it's kind of like, you know, survival Minecraft without the survival. I mean, we spend all of our time just running around gathering garbage, and there's just not a whole lot entertaining. Once they start adding monsters and things like that, that could be very interesting. But I mean, pretty much this is it. We just sit here and just hammer away at things on the ground. I need to collect so much stone to finish this project. And ultimately, what I think the plan is going to be is we're going to scrap the house, or at least remove it, send it over to somebody else's claim for now. Or just save the template so I could recover all those supplies. That would be enough to help build maybe a quarter of one of the walls. And maybe a giant keep in the middle. So another stone keep that would be equally equal distance between each of the 4 gates, because we're going to have gates on all 4 sides. And then maybe something cool and kind of tall in the middle would be really neat. But again, the problem kind of is, and this is my favorite part, by the way, guys, when you look at this thing from the world map view, it just looks fantastic. I mean, it looks unbelievable. But the thing that worries me the most is when it comes time to split up these claims. Man, that's going to be tough, because you can see exactly where I've got things. I mean, exactly even down, well, exactly even down the middle right here, but not here. That's something that's new. Actually, that could cause me some troubles while I go to paste and handle the rest of the walls. I may have to figure that one out. I might not have enough room to actually do it on this side. Oh well. Yeah, that's the problems of the design, because I want to show you something. I don't know if it'll let me do it if I don't have enough. And they changed this since the last time I was on here. Alright, so if I want to place this, you gonna let me do it? I want to show you guys just how annoying this is, alright? This is what I get to see when I go to paste it. Alright, now granted, I don't have enough supplies, so clicking on this is pointless. But here's how this goes down. First off, you cannot detach yourself from the camera. Meaning I would love to move the camera away from my character so I can get a nice overview and see. I can't. So the fact that I have to sit here and try and figure this out like this, and it's got this freaking goofy snap going on, just getting the first corner done was a complete nightmare. This one is going to be even worse because I don't have, I don't even know. I don't think I have enough room to actually do this, but even that is the wrong direction. You see, because the tower needs to be on that side. So what we can do, I'll just show you guys for an example. I'm sure it's frustrating. So we can actually turn this thing around. So we're going to turn it. Now the tower is on that side. The problem is knowing exactly where to meet this thing up and how deep into the ground it has to go to match with the top of the wall and all of that stuff. But let's see. Yeah, there's no way to do it. I totally do not have any of the materials I need to make this happen. But you can kind of see what a pain in the ass this is. I really, one of the big things I wish I could do, you know, and it's, yeah, the second I move, it messes it up. Like, if I hold down my right click, I can move around a little bit and kind of see, but you can get a sense of just how cool this is going to be when it's all closed in. The problem is yeah, it requires a crap ton of supplies that we just haven't gotten to yet. Like I said, about 250,000 stone per thing, just because of the decoration and just the attention to detail on it. But copying and pasting is really a chore in this. It is not easy. So when you think, oh, well, all you did was make something and copy and paste it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it might actually be easier to rebuild the whole damn wall again on the opposite side rather than copy and paste, because the tools for building are actually easier than dealing with this. If they ever had the option, though, where I can detach the camera from my character and free float so I can see what the hell I'm doing, that would be fantastic. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be in the cards at the moment. But you can kind of get a sense, like especially if you're looking at the right side of the screen, you can kind of see where the railing comes up. And I can usually match that up. It took me maybe about a half dozen tries to get the first one done. And that's pretty good. So I could probably do it again. So hopefully we're going to finish this up maybe in the next week or two, and then start working on a monstrous keep in the middle here. So if you're interested in seeing some more videos about any kind of the progress that we're making here, or maybe in-process stuff that might interest you, let me know in the comments. We also do stream this from time to time, so if you haven't followed us on Twitch TV, I encourage you to do so, because you might get to see something cool. A lot of stuff that we do on Twitch never shows up on the YouTube channel, so keep that in mind. If you have any questions about Landmark, be sure to let me know in the comments. I can hopefully answer anything people might be interested in knowing. As far as, actually, if you're interested in Landmark and you do not have access to it, I might even have some keys, so put your interest in the comments as well, and maybe I can come up with some additional keys or some ways to get a handful of you in here maybe. So with that, thanks for watching. I just wanted to show you our progress and what we've been working on. Kind of curious of your feedback or what your thoughts are. Yes, I know it's rough. You know, I'll say that thing again, that it's very much a work in progress, but I really think, especially now that it's becoming daytime and, you know, the shadows and everything, I really think this looks amazing, and it's going to be a phenomenal project once done. One I hopefully can submit to Sony and have them maybe feature it or something, but we need to spend a lot more time gathering. So we're going to get on to that. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next time.